What it do, Smoke Society? It's your boy D.
And Jay.
This bitch ass nigga has been gone for 3 fucking months. Acting like he been gone 2 days. And this is Smoke World. Today for you,
I'll pop back when I want to.
Nah, this nigga been in his room. When I've been sitting here getting views.
Beating his... No,
That's you. That's you. That's you.
who else were we talking about?
Him.
You said in his room. Anyways.
We watching Grown Up Without Cable by TheOdd1sOut. But before we start that, I'd like to introduce 2 new people in the family. This is...
Oh. What's good?
This is my plan.
Young ass.
This is Lily.
Fucking
And I finally got me a weed trigger. This my nigga Paco.
I mean, Paco. Fuck.
And if my cousins see this video, you know why I named it that. But let's not waste no time, let's get into the video.
Imagine if Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu never existed. What would you be watching?
Sorry about that.
He didn't introduce the fucking slime. What?
I forgot. I was sitting there wondering.
The side bitches, but he ain't introducing his main bitch. Wow.
We didn't introduce your bitch either.
This is the blunt, everybody. What's his name? Her name? His name?
I ain't name it.
It's just a blunt. It ain't special.
Combinations. Roaches and
Roche.
some weed. It's like a little bit of both just stuck into one.
Grass.
You want to introduce yours?
I don't know why he's doing this right now. Like, we're supposed to be a team right now. He's being a hater. I don't know.
I'm not being a hater. It's
We're
like,
a team right now.
No,
We're a
it's
team
you.
right now.
It's you.
We're a team right now.
It's
You fucking it up.
No, it's you. It's you.
Can we be a team?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Introduce your mom.
Oh, I thought he was talking about a blunt, y'all. This is Harmony? Because she brings me peace.
She bring me stress because she be giving us some weak ass hits, but okay.
What a whore. Like, I didn't expect his blunt. He's gonna disrespect my...
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
But let's not waste time. Let's just get back to the video. Oh, shit.
Right now. Would you be watching this? I don't think so. You'd be watching this box right here. A television. On this device, instead of picking what you wanted to watch and when you wanted to watch it, the television would decide all that for you. And instead of watching a single 5-second skippable ad in the beginning, you'd have to watch 5 30-second long unskippable ads. Can you think of anything more annoying? An advertisement right in the middle of your show?
That's when you go get a snack.
I don't know if my parents are being cheap or trying to discourage an unhealthy habit of watching too much TV, but growing up, my parents didn't have cable television at all in the house. Now, in this modern day and age of online content, some of you are living perfectly content lives without cable. I know I am. But you have to understand, in the early 2000s, online video wasn't a thing. Yeah, YouTube was created in 2005, but what did that have? This guy at a zoo?
2005?
That's lame. So being an early 2000s kid, you had to get your cartoons through the TV. And if your parents didn't pay $65 a month to get cable, then you didn't get the channels with SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, or Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Back when cartoons were lit.
That was this green brother and sister called PBS Kids. And whatever these things were.
Bro, they were lit back then, but now they just like ass.
I can't believe they don't have cyberspace though.
Bro, cyberspace fucking sucks.
PBS Kids were government or privately funded. So
Cyberspace,
you loving ass nigga.
Have any commercials?
No. Pause. Cyber Chase fucking sucks, bro. Anybody who knows me knows I flunked every math class. Math was complicated and only got hard as fuck, bro. Especially when I graduated.
It made math fun.
Math was hard. And all Cyber Chase did was show you math problems but never give you the answer.
It never been more fun.
teach you about decimals and fractions and shit, but never give you the answer to the problem they asked you. But I'm gonna just
You're supposed to figure it out.
No, you not. No. If
That's
I am watching you and you give me a problem, you're supposed to figure it out for me, and then we just work from there. Just make.
How do you learn?
They learn because they show me what the answer is.
You gotta do it yourself.
Then what the fuck is the point of watching then? Shit, if I gotta do the fucking work, you bitches should have been.
Cause you're supposed to. Alright, you know what? You know what? We're gonna agree to disagree. That's what we're gonna do.
Let's give it. Oh god.
But they did have the same sponsorship ads that would play a message before every show. If you grew up on PBS Kids, then Juicy Juice and Where a Kid Can Be a Kid is just
I grew
great
up with Chuck E. Cheese because of them.
And also, every show would thank
PBS
you,
Kids.
the viewer, for
The
watching.
motherfuckers played out
And I
Chuck E.
think
Cheese.
that's
I
really
waited
nice.
10
So,
Exactly.
everyone watching this, you're welcome. I'm kind of glad my parents didn't buy cable. Because instead of spending hours of my time watching mindless television, I spent hours of my time watching television with morals. And
Jesus.
math. Yep, a lot of shows on PBS were either
Sorry.
educational or taught you how to be a good person. The shows I'm going to mention had pretty crazy concepts, but the conflicts in each episode were very down to earth.
I'm pretty sure I know which one she's gonna call
almost
out.
like the shows were made for children, like in Clifford the Big
Exactly.
Red Dog. It's a show about this
was
girl's
boring.
dog who grew up to be the
They
size
teach you
of
to
a
be nice.
freaking house.
They
for
fuck being
no
nice. That's
reason,
basically all they
except
do.
for the fact that the
Where the
girl
fuck she
loved
get that
the
dog
dog
from?
so much that he grew up
She
to
got
be
it from a homeless man who was
monster.
selling
So that
puppies.
means
Why
if
don't-
your
how you get
dog
so
is
big?
Normal size.
She loved them.
You don't love it enough.
See?
And it probably doesn't love you. So, yeah, a giant red dog is a pretty weird premise, but the episodes were about everyday things. Like this blue dog feels bad that he tore up his owner's sweater, and his friends tell him to just be honest, and he does, and everyone's
See?
happy. Or the
Teach you to
episode
be
where
nice.
this new dog moves into town, but
Kids like this need this now, 'cause I swear to God,
Clifford and his
I
friends
saw
have
some
to
10-year-olds
learn that
cussing
having
people
3
out.
legs still means you can accomplish a lot of things any
Kids be cussing
normal
now.
human can do. Dog. And I rate this show a 10 out of 10. Next
That's
is
why I'm like
Dragon
his son.
Tales, the show that made dragons kid-friendly.
Oh, Dragon Tales.
He's the biggest, not so brave of heart.
Hey.
Cassie, she's so shy, but so very smart.
Hey.
Zach, Wheezy, and their
I always thought you could just cut them in half.
Heads are better than one. Dragons,
Violent.
dragons,
Oh, for real? I didn't fuck how that purple was clashed with that green.
Similar to Clifford, the characters would spend an episode learning every day.
I wanted it
things
to be
like
separated.
How to do a cartwheel,
Why?
or they would try to make it rain so they could show their friend what a rainbow looks like. And there was also this grandpa dragon who knew Spanish for some reason.
Right? Confuse the fuck out of me.
But it could do Spanish for that reason. But it was very informative though.
In a wheelchair, which, just like Clifford, is a good character because it teaches kids that disabled people are still people who can accomplish a lot of things. But I think it's a weird combination of two things. A dragon, a mythical beast known for destroying cities, in a wheelchair. If you wanted to stop a dragon
it's
from
not funny.
destroying your city,
It's not
just don't
funny.
install wheelchair ramps anywhere. I should stop talking. I rate the show a 10 out of 10.
Duh.
Now let's
Does it
talk
need
about
to answer?
Arthur.
Okay,
Here's some
okay.
fun trivia.
Arthur
is
taught you how to be nice.
Aardvark. Personally, I don't see it.
Oh,
Based
sometimes.
on
Hell
the
he
show
did.
about Arthur and his other
When he
friends,
smacked the hell out of his sister?
I was just gonna say.
That wasn't nice.
That nigga punched the shit out of his sister.
Like, they have episodes where DW hears her parents get in a fight and she worries about them getting a divorce. Or the episode where Arthur Falcon punches his little sister.
See?
And even having to deal with someone you know getting cancer.
Damn.
Cancer? The character gets treatment and lives, by the way,
Why?
because it's a kid's show.
And?
10 out of 10. Next, let's talk about my favorite show on PBS Kids, Cyber Chase.
Fuck no.
Fuck
that show.
You see what I'm saying?
Fuck that show.
Reminds me like,
Fuck no.
This show didn't teach kids morals or how to properly treat the disabled. It taught them something far more important. Math. Cyber Chase is
No.
set inside a virtual
Fuck math.
world, and this one character named Motherboard was supposed to be the queen /
Motherboard.
protector.
Where am I gonna learn A squared plus B squared or whatever the fuck?
Christopher Lloyd infects her with a virus. So now these 3 kids have to
He gave
go on
her AIDS.
adventures using math principles
Computer
to
AIDS.
thwart the bad guy's plans to save Mommy Board. Motherboard? Motherboard? Mommy? Mom, come back, Mommy, no. We need to save Mommy Board. And unlike all the other shows, this show had an overarching story. The kids would always get this close to saving Motherboard, but nothing they did worked. When I was a kid, I always
It's
wanted
frustrating
to
as fuck.
Suspense.
Do you know how mad I
Drama.
was?
Action.
Do you know how mad I was, bro? They never
The
won.
show's been going on for 16 years.
16.
And they're still learning new math principles.
Exactly.
They're still learning new math.
I don't
That's
give a fuck.
amazing.
The show is teaching you slower than an actual school.
Exactly.
What kind of a show
But
makes
you're
you
still
wait
learning.
16
See why I don't
years
like it.
for a conclusion? Cyber Chase does, and it's one of the best shows ever created. 10 out of 10. One last show I want to bring up is called
Okay.
Caillou.
Fuck
All you
no.
know about Caillou is that I hate him.
Exactly.
Caillou is a 4-year-old and
Ball little bitch.
he
Here
constantly
you go.
throws a tantrum whenever he doesn't get his way. Even in his theme song,
Did he have
he
cancer?
mentions how much of a brat he is.
If he did, I feel bad.
Nah,
he was bald.
And then he's crying like a child. Well, you're gonna have to grow up, Caillou. The
Yeah.
world doesn't revolve around you.
Yeah,
Now you might be
fucking
thinking, Jake,
They finally
he's
took that nigga
4
off the
years old.
air.
Of course he's gonna
He's
die.
gone.
He
And
died.
I agree.
No.
But a big problem with Caillou.
No, they finally
is
took the
fact
show
that
off the
he's a
air.
rat
Damn.
With his spineless
Okay.
parents.
They killed
Caillou's
him.
mom just lets him get away with everything.
Everything.
I misbehaved. You know what happened to me? I had to go sit in the timeout corner. You know what happens to Caillou?
got my ass beat.
Nothing. Not once does Caillou ever get
With the
punished.
metal belt.
It's always his mom just being like, Caillou,
God damn.
that wasn't very nice.
You know the belts that be having the fucking.
The rhinestones on it.
Yeah, this shit hurt.
Nigga got the rhinestones.
He gave
though.
it 0 out of
They
10.
were animated,
Exactly.
But there was a lot of non-animated shows that I
Yeah.
still watched.
Between the
But whatever, I
Lions,
could just say that
Zaboomba
these
Fu,
shows fit
all
in
the
my
modes were
channel.
good.
Or I can make a part 2. I can do whatever I want. Now, as a die-hard PBS fanboy,
Fuck PBS
I think I
Kids.
speak for everyone when I say that what
Never mind, I
PBS
took that
was
back.
missing
PBS Kids, we love
was
you.
a crossover episode. How hard would it
Give
have
me
been
good
for
memories.
the Clifford people and the Dragon Tales people
Cyber Chase.
to coordinate an episode where the three-legged dog finds the dragon scale, he could dig it up out of the sand because dogs like to dig, except this dog wouldn't be that good at digging. And then he would meet
Damn.
up with a wheelchair dragon and they could be best friends. I would have loved that. As much as I'm joking about it, as a kid, I actually
Bro, where's
really
Maya
wanted
Miguel?
a crossover episode between the shows
Bro, you've never seen
Clifford
Maya Miguel before.
and Clifford's
Maya
Fun
Miguel?
Days,
Maya
which is
and Miguel.
another show that follows Clifford
That's
before he
weird.
was interesting, when he was tiny.
It must not have been that
so
high if I don't
before
remember.
Emily Elizabeth loved him. So there was a bunch of new
So they
characters that all
No,
knew Clifford
Mexican.
when he was little, and the
No,
two
PBS
shows
Kids, it was a
existed
good
in the
ass
same
show, too.
universe, so it wouldn't have been that unbelievable.
The main
to
characters were
visit
Mexican.
his childhood home, and then all
What
the
do you think
other
of Mexican
characters
Dragon
just call
Tales?
him small
No.
or squirt and see
Only
him
the
now.
grandpa,
Like,
the older one was.
what the f happened to you? It's funny because it's a kid's show and you wouldn't expect them to say that. I waited patiently for that crossover episode, but it never came.
This should have
But at least
came.
I have fan fiction. George, he wagged his tail
Oh,
and
no.
smiled. Clifford, it's so good to see you. He nuzzled him as a greeting. Nice to see you too. It's been over 7 years since I last saw you. Yeah, it had, Clifford said happily. George turned his back to the hill. Here I come. There's no quotation marks, by the way. He got ready to tackle him. He punched George off, and they rolled down. Then, when they got to the bottom, George pinned Clifford, who was panting. The three looked at the two of them, who seemed to be
T-Bone.
having a staring contest. So they decided to go somewhere else. Both laughed, and Clifford got off of him. He sat down and waited for George to stand up. So, what are we gonna do? The red dog said while quickly getting into a playing position. Okay, that's enough. Hello everyone, I'm back. Did any of you watch these shows as a kid? That's cool, I guess. I should go.
Shit. Oh my god.
Anybody trying to watch no cartoon bestiality, you feel me?
That's fan fiction. It's where people take the most purest things they can find and make it
Oh, I
awesome.
saw a nigga made a Goku and Vegeta, but I hate that nigga.
Bro, there's so many fan fictions between everybody. Between every cartoon or show you can think of. The Proud Family, Billy and Mandy, Dragon Ball Z, The Amazing World of Gumball, everything. The Magic School
You
Bus.
some perverts. Fucking up Dragon Ball Z like that.
But that concludes Growing Up Without Cable by the Odd Ones Out. I'm D,
And I'm Jay.
and this has been Smoke Road. Peace.